Hey guys, welcome to another video of Roll Delta. In this episode, we are in the park again to talk about time management. Let's go! Whoa. So last time we were here in the park, we talked about bad habits and how to get rid of them. And I started the challenge, a 30-day challenge, and first it went well, but then I kind of fall back into doing the same thing I was doing. I guess it wasn't the right strategy for me, but now I started reading again one of my favorite books called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey, and I remembered and revisited one of my favorite things in the book, and this is called the time matrix. So we can see this time matrix as a square, and inside a square we have 4 smaller squares, and we will divide our activities throughout those squares. So there's, for example, you play video games, that will go into a part of the square that I will talk about each one of them. But first we have to talk about how this matrix is divided, and is based on 2 concepts: importance and urgency. And it's not the same. Urgency and importance are 2 different things. Urgency means time based, so something happening right now and you have to attend to it. Can be like a crisis or like a phone call or a Facebook message that pops up and you suddenly shift your attention to that, and it's not necessarily important. And importancy has to do with your values and something that's important to you, something that will benefit you in the long term. So in this matrix we have the importancy and the urgency. So something can be important and urgent, something can be non-important and urgent, and so on. So we have the 4 combinations, the possible combinations of those 2 concepts. So now let's talk of each quadrant one by one. So quadrant 1 means that is important and urgent, meaning that, for example, if you are in the university and you have a deadline for a project, that should be important to you because you are working in something that will benefit you in the long term, hopefully, and it's urgent because the professor put a deadline, so you have to take care of that in that period of time. So that will be an example for something urgent and important. Quadrant 2 is important and not urgent. So there's tons of examples. So you working out, taking care of yourself, reading books, hanging out with family members and friends. This is something that it's important to you because you want to keep relationships healthy and you have to take care of yourself and develop in something that a version of yourself that you want to be. And it's not urgent because there's no deadline attached to it. You just want to do it because you know that it's important. Quadrant 3 will be it's not important and it's urgent. So someone is giving you a deadline of something that you really don't need to do, or it's not aligned with your values and your long-term goals. For example, this will be Facebook message or like email popping up and saying, hey, you have mail, and this will be the stimulus and making it urgent, but in reality it's still urgent, but it's not important. So you have to get rid of these things. And you might ask me, so if someone asks me, oh, can you do me a favor, and can you do this for me? And so he's putting a deadline on you and it's not really important for you. And for that I answer that the importance that you put to doing things to others should be how important that person is for you. So if you care about that person and you want to help them, and this should be also important to you and to help that friend, and then it becomes a quadrant 1 activity. So again, you have to see who is important to you or not. And of course this is not black and white, is always a gray line, but again you have to decide for yourself what's important for you or not. And the last quadrant, quadrant 4, is the not important and not urgent, and this will be playing video games, I don't know, eating Cheetos on the couch, stuff like that. So watching television without really paying attention, just looking like a vegetable, and something that it's not important because you're not gaining anything with it and it's not urgent. So again, you want to get rid of activities in the quadrants 3 and 4. And now that we have a better understanding how the time matrix works, the objective here, of course, is get rid of activities from the quadrant 3 and 4 and focus more on the quadrant 2 and 1. And you will want to shift throughout your life, you want to shift to activities to the quadrant 2. For example, for me, will be one activity that I really want to start doing, and of course in quadrant 2 is meditation. And because I really did it a couple times and I really saw the benefits, and it's something that I want to do daily. So during 3 days I will track everything I do, and at the end of the day I will put everything in this time matrix and see more or less how much time I spent, and just make some percentages, how much time I spend in each one, and just to track, just to know how am I doing, so later we can fix it. So if you want to do it, leave a comment down below. If you want to, you want to track everything, and I will be glad to see your progress, and I hope that you like my progress. We have new subscribers. The channel is growing slowly but steadily, and I would like to know more from these new subscribers because almost no one comments on the videos, and I really feel that I'm doing videos not for no one, but yeah, there's not interaction yet, and I would like to start that, and why not on this video? So tell me why you came to Rho Delta and how. And if you like these videos, just say something, just type I'm alive, something like that, and they will keep me motivated to do more of these videos. And hopefully not in the park, because this is the rare day where it's a good weather in Luxembourg, so I'm just taking advantage of it. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I see you on the next episode of Rho Delta. Thanks for watching. Visit Rho Delta for more videos like this. Woo! Guys, Luxembourg sometimes is shitty because of the weather, but today is a very nice weather in Belval, and you really want to get the most out of these days because they are rare. They are rare, especially in the park, because this is an awesome park. There's a bird there, there's some poo there from a dog. Beautiful. Nature is beautiful. We will have goddamn freaking awesome.